Welcome back. This is Dreddeus with another episode in the Miami Dolphins franchise. We're at 0-7, and it's absolutely terrible. I am super motivated to play the next game, actually, but I'm absolutely breaking it. I don't know what will happen this week. We had an absolute demoralizing game last week, and it was no fun. Losing against the Steelers, I just felt outplayed at each and every corner. It was just terrible. This week we've got a new chance to get on the winning side. We're gonna play against the Detroit Lions, who seem to be a little bit worse off on defense than we are. But in Madden, sometimes these things don't really count as much. So we're gonna start off with taking a look at the mock draft. I find it hilarious that they are putting us here. I do expect this to change once the draft starts progressing further. Here they're putting us with a D tackle, which I could see happening. Mock draft picking number 510 in the draft, which is Tagovailoa. It's the brother of Tua. I am fully intending on picking him actually, but he's a UDFA, so I do think that he will be going in the 7th round or with a 7th round pick. But he's between CJ Stroud and Bryce Young, which I do find hilarious. But yeah, never mind. We're not going to put too much emphasis on this mock draft now. We will be looking towards the players that are ready to negotiate. We've got 8 players that want to negotiate. We've got Melvin Ingram, who we won't be re-signing. We've got Eric Rowe, who is a scheme fit, a strong safety, but I'm unsure if I do want to keep him around. We've got Thomas Morstead, who I don't want to keep. We've got Dwayne Brown, who was a Band-Aid, so I will not be renewing him. Jason Peters, same thing. We'll see how they proceed, how they regress. Then we've got Sony Michel, who I was thinking of keeping. Myles Gaskin is a player I definitely want to keep. He's 25 years old. He does have high interest in staying with us, so this is what we're going to be doing. I will be giving him a custom offer with a slightly improved offer here. Let's see. All right, so he's happy. He's going to stay. I'm actually quite happy about that. I think I'm going to be making him my halfback number 1. We will be getting some more budget for the other players at the mid-season point. But at the moment, I think we're going to leave it as it is. We will not be switching around too much. I think the roster is as good as it can get. It is week 8, so it's the last opportunity to really trade right now. Scouting national focus, we're going to delegate those decisions to staff. We're not going to scout the college players. We're going to do that later on. Weekly strategy is something that we have to take care of. And we're going to take a look at the Lions roster now. All right, so we're starting off with a QB. That's Jared Goff. We know him very well. He was with the LA Rams, traded in an already infamous trade for Matt Stafford, who went on to win the Super Bowl with more or less an unchanged team. Then we've got Tim Boyle behind him, David Blau, terrible backup players. Jared Goff is 73 rated, but who are we to talk about terrible QBs? We're in the same situation basically, so that's that. The Lions have DeAndre Swift, who is a start F trade, 23 years old, a fantastic running back. When I did the Lions rebuild, I had so much fun with that. It was absolutely insane. He's such a great guy. Jamal Williams is also in there. Jeremiah Jefferson. So I would say good, very, very speedy and agile halfback at the first position, and then a very solid second halfback. The third one is nothing more than a backup. Jason Kabinda is the fullback here. Wide receivers are Amon'Ra and Brown, DJ Chark Jr. Both are very good options. And then we've got Jameson Williams, who is a rookie. I think he's got a hidden depth trait about to be revealed very, very soon. And he's super quick. And can't really wait to see what development trait the Alabama product will have. Quintus Cephas and Josh Reynolds are also in there, and these are also pretty decent catchers. So the wide receiving room, not bad, certainly not fully developed. These players are super young. The Lions are a very interesting team to do a franchise with. But I'm going to start with the Dolphins, as I did. Maybe go for the Eagles next. The tight end, TJ Hawkinson, with that luminous hair right there. He's a start F rate 90 overall, 6th ranked tight end in the game. He definitely is a force to be reckoned with. 25 years old, out of Iowa. Devin Funchess is the 2nd tight end. Then we've got James Mitchell, another rookie out of Virginia Tech. So a very, very good tight end here. And then 2 rather lowly ranked tight ends. Taylor Decker is the left tackle. A very good choice right there. Matt Nelson, the backup. Left guard, Jonah Jackson, also a good choice. In the key areas, he's really up for it. His awareness is super high. He's got high strength. Logan Stenberg, the backup here, center Frank Ragnow. I think he's one of the top 5 centers in the game. Yeah, he's a number 5 center. Absolutely fantastic. 90 rated, very tough. Evan Brown behind him, the backup. Right guard Kyle Long, 75 rated, not that great. Jermaine Eloy-Monor, also nothing more than a backup. A bit aging, these two. First, not really that well set position on the O-line. Then we've got the right tackle, Penei Sewell, superstar at 21 years old, 82 overall. What a fantastic player. His younger brother Noah Sewell will be in the 2023 draft. I think he's a linebacker. But Penei Sewell, fantastic player, so good in his rookie season. Dan Skipper behind him. The defense, Carlos Dunlap, 33 years old, 75 rated. Levi Onwuzurike, a future starter who has a normal depth rate. All right. Right edge is Ndamukong Suh. He's a little bit infamous for a few scuffles with Matt Stafford in his time during when they played, when they had clashes with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the LA Rams, because he was with the Rams before and now he's with the Lions, and I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, I would say he's a very solid choice. Everything else aside, high strength, 92, awareness also pretty high. Lynn McNeil, 22 years old, 73 overall. He is a very solid D tackle. He will be improving over time. He's still young, has time to get better. Malik McDowell is also in there. Bruce Hector is another backup. But Lynn McNeil, not bad, but not yet really that developed. Left outside linebacker, here he is, the man of the hour, Aidan Hutchinson. Number 2 pick overall, the rookie out of Michigan with a game face at that. And he is a beast. He will be very difficult to handle. I can just anticipate that. So we're going to have to be very, very aware of what the edge rushers are going to do, and the linebackers as well. Josh Pascal, another rookie there. He's from Kentucky, but the Michigan product. Absolute beast. Mid linebacker, Damian Wilson, 74 rated, at Alex Singleton, 72 rated. And then 2 players that are very low. So rather weak right outside linebacker, Romeo Okwara, 77 rated, star depth trait right there, 77 overall, 27 years old. Charles Harris, also actually almost similar to Romeo Okwara, maybe doesn't have that same depth trait. Cornerbacks are Amani Oruwariye, at 26 years old, 79 overall, star depth trait. Dangerous, a very dangerous corner, high speed, agility, acceleration, jumping. So he'll be coming for us pretty quickly. Mike Hughes, these 2 are absolute beasts. We've got Jeff Okudah, 23-75 star depth trait. He will get better as time progresses. He's been touted for great things. We've got Ifeatu Melifonwu, who is a 23, rather low. Jerry Jacobs, also rather low. And AJ Parker, also rather low. But let's not underestimate any of these lower ranked corners, because they've got such high speed, acceleration, agility that will compensate all of the other rather lacking attributes. Free safeties, Tracy Walker the third. Behind him, Kirby Joseph, a rookie. So Tracy Walker will be the starting free safety. Deshaun Elliott is the strong safety right there with a star depth trait. High speed, high acceleration, hit power, pursuit, zone coverage awareness. Yeah, this is going to be quite tricky. Brady Breeze, his backup. And kicker is Riley Patterson, 22 years old, 70 overall. And punter is Jack Fox. I think he's one of the best punters in the game. number 10 ranked punter. All right, so they're better ones, but he's a superstar, so that must count for something. We will have to see how we will translate that into a weekly strategy. The defensive game plan, let's see what we'll do. I think the deep pass might be the worst option right here. I think we should go for the short pass because this is where Jared Goff might be going for his wide receivers. They're not that developed yet, which means that maybe we will be able to get in between. Putting full pads and splits, of course, 100% fatigue rating. That is quite positive, and an invitation for a full pad training. We are gonna go for throw it short. I think this is our best bet, to be honest. Running isn't working at the moment. Also, I'm a little bit scared of that linebacking group right there. The edge rushers aren't as dangerous. I mean, yeah, Sue is dangerous and the other guy as well, but the linebackers is where it's at. Aidan Hutchinson isn't a one-man army, but he is tough. So by throwing it short, I think we will be doing the right thing. Defense is ranked lower than we are, so we should be able to handle that actually. We're also going to go with the full pads. Let me just see, is anybody really tired? No. All right, so nobody's really down. We're going to be going for splits and a full pad training. Hope that we don't cause an injury or something. Jaylen Phillips, Tua Tagovailoa, Austin Jackson, other players who we will be training. Sack the QB 5 times. Let us go with that. Maybe we can really pull that off. Allow 14 points or less. Let's be aggressive. I mean, we should be better than they are. Scared to say it, but yeah, we should be able to win this game. All right, offensive training has been completed. See a lot of experience points everywhere, but no injuries, which is fantastic. I wouldn't really want to have one. What about here? We've got a quad strain for Roberts. I don't think he's my starter. No, Jerome Baker is my starter, so that is not too bad. It's not something that I don't give a damn about, but yeah, it's not a starter. Thus, it isn't as hurting as if it were a starting player. We're stretched as it is, so we don't need any more difficulties. Alec Ingold, I will give him an upgrade towards blocking. I do want to make sure that he can create some space for our running backs. Noah Igbenogany as cornerback. He is a backup corner, but I do want to make him better. I want him to be as good as he can be. 71 right now because of the debuffs, but awareness, change of direction, man coverage, tackle, zone coverage should help him here. Elandon Roberts, we're going to put that into run stopper. He's got a quad strain. Oh, that was the injury. All right. 28 years old. Yeah, okay. I don't think he will be with us for much longer. Solomon Kindley, will be giving him an upgrade. Pass block finesse and run block finesse. We're also going to upgrade to Verone McKinley III. Going to put him into hybrid. He's not quite yet a scheme fit, but he will be with the next upgrade that we put into that category. And finally, Jaylen Waddle will also be getting an upgrade. Playmaker, can return any reception into a big play. Excels after the catch, top skills, all of the below. I don't really know the short versions by heart yet, but we're going to get there over time. Deep route, medium route, release, and short route. Get upgrades. I need my wide receivers to be at their best. What I will do now is I will be taking a quick look at the roster. I just want to show you a new trading feature, which I really find to be pretty awesome. Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Sony Michel, and Myles Gaskin. Gonna leave these in here for now. Alec Ingold, I want to keep him around. Also, all of these players here, I think I will be giving them a shot, of course, over time to grow, to get better. And at some point, I will need a replacement for Tyreek Hill. Maybe we can use one of our internal players. Mike Gesicki at the moment is being sort of touted for a trade. What I will do now is I will just take a look who I would be offered if I were to trade away Mike Gesicki. I don't want to really do that. But there's the option down there when I press the triangle key for get offers, and then I will get offers. And maybe I will be offered a player that would be helpful. Someone like Jaylen Johnson, who is a corner, Chidobe Awuzie, Taron Johnson, AJ Bowie, a lot of corners offered actually. That is interesting. Greg Newsome the second, James Hudson the third, Miller Forrestal, whoever that may be, but he's a tight end, so we might slot him in. We've got Carlton Davis, we've got Sean Vaughn, and a few picks thrown in there. AJ Green, Marquise Brown. Actually, interesting players. Yannick Ngakoue, Benjamin St-Juste, not so much. Trevon Diggs, that is an interesting offer. James Bradbury, a little bit on the older side. Foyesade Oluwoku, a mid linebacker. Elijah Moore is being offered to me. Ashley Davis, a free safety. I mean, interesting, right? Jonah Jackson, was just talking about him at left guard. Brady Breeze, Eric Stokes, Dean Lowry, Derek Brown, Dante Foreman, Christian Barmore. I really think there's some very good offers in here. Hunter Renfro, a little bit older, but nevertheless, not bad. Tutu Atwell is a good offer. Allen Robinson, I hope he's a better offer in 23 than he was before. Kevin Zeitler, maybe a bit on the older side. Marcus Davenport, Chris Carson, halfback. Deontay Johnson. I like this feature. I think it's a very, very cool feature that you can sort of get offers, see what you would get for a player. I don't think that I will be going for any of these now. Although a few tempting ones are in there. For instance, Jaylen Johnson would be interesting at corner because, yeah, he's just one of the better corners. These two are also pretty good. Chidobe Awuzie is an interesting one. Greg Newsome, the second cornerback. I think he's a star def trait if I'm not mistaken. Marquise Brown is a very interesting wide receiver, and so on and so forth. So, an interesting feature. I will be holding on to Mike Gesicki for now. Terron Armstead, then we've got Dwayne Brown, Austin Jackson, nope, gonna hold on to them. Jason Peters, Kendrick Green, Connor Williams, Robert Hunt, Liam Eichenberg. I could go and take a look who I'll get for these players. Ogba is there, Zach Saylor, but I don't really want to push these established Dolphins players out too quickly without giving them a chance. I only have 2 D tackles, so I need to do something at that position. I do think that, for instance, we could try and trade Landon Roberts, but only when he's not injured anymore. I don't think I can trade him when he's injured. No, can't do that. Apart from that, right outside linebacker, nothing to do here. What about corners? We are very well set. I could see who I would get for Byron Jones. Xavier Howard is a superstar. Byron Jones is a super solid corner. Could I get an interesting offer here? Or do I hold on to Byron Jones, try to trade him later on? There's a lot of options here. I do have very good prospects down here who I actually intend on using. Free safety is also interesting, but this is a feature that you can use if you, for instance, would like to get rid of a player that you're just not feeling as much, similar to Eric Rowe. I do feel like I want to see what I would get for him, just to get a good idea. He's a strong safety, 80 rated, but he will be out of a contract this season. So let's see. Also, he's 29, so I'm not really thinking too much about renewing his contract. We've got David Long Jr. here, cornerback, Jalen Darden. You can see it's a little bit of a different offer in comparison to the offer that I got for Mike Gesicki. We've got Curtis Samuel, Dante Fowler, Conor McGovern. Interesting offers again. So if you're in a rush, you need to get rid of a player quickly. I think this is actually not a bad way to go about things. I don't see any offer here where I really where I would immediately have to go for it. Especially, I would appreciate a direct positional switch, to put it that way. But yeah, nothing coming that way. No strong safeties at the moment. I could look for a D tackle. Could go for Benny Snell, for instance. I could go for, who's interesting? DeMarcus Walker, maybe. Tony Jefferson is a strong safety. Not quite sure if he's the right player. He's lower ranked as well. What would be awesome would be a feature where I could look at the players, sort of get an idea of their overalls. But yeah, for now we're gonna rock with Erik Rowe because he's all we have. Kicker Jason Sanders and Thomas Mostert, the punter. With everything taken care of, we will now head into the game after a final switch that I will be making. I do want to have Myles Gaskin as my starter. I want to have Raheem Mostert as my second runner. I'm not convinced by Chase Edmonds, so that's a little bit sad, but yeah, we're going to leave it at that. I think we are quite well set for the moment. Terron Armstead is fit again. That is great. And yeah, let's try and get the first win this season, get the first number going in the winning column and break the curse. Ford Field in Detroit opening up here with fireworks. The home stadium for the Detroit Lions. Here we have Damien Wilson, who had 11 tackles last week, which is actually quite insane. Tua Tagovailoa, our quarterback. Nice intro. Animations here. Defensive players lining up. And I think it's going to be the Dolphins as the away team who are going to be taking to the pitch next. There we go. Nice animations. Next up, the Detroit Lions, who I feel like they will surprise many people in the NFL this season. Let's just see that they don't surprise us too much. Alright, we are on the ball at the 25-yard line. Gonna start with a halfback inside zone run here with Myles Gaskin. I am looking to try and develop him as much as I can. 7 yards to pick up here. Actually not bad. Let's go with an inside zone. Follow that up with a left-hand side run. I think the left-hand side is a little bit tougher at the moment. So here we go. No, stopped. 3rd and 2. 94 will. Can we get this working here? Can we get across the line? Yeah, looks like it. And he's not too strong because one shove and he goes flying. But we get the first down. We're gonna go with a halfback one next. I have to say, looking back, I really learned to appreciate Cam Akers and what he was doing. With a beautiful hurdle here by Myles Gaskin. With his 4th rush right now, picking up a 27-yard total. And actually quite nice run as he weaves his way, but number 49 misses him. But then there's no finding a way through here. Chase Edmonds. Let's go here. Left-hand side as well. Number 86. And too slow to get going. Too slow to get going. Let's see. After this 3-yard pickup, Gesicki and Smythe should do some blocking here on the right side. Oh my lord. Oh, that's Hutchinson. And we lose ground. We lose some ground. We're going to go with verticals. Mike Gesicki is my intended receiver. Not getting anywhere as Romeo Okwara does get an injury here. And I'm fearful we will have to punt. And we might as well go for a 65-yard field goal. I mean, it's not like Myles, not like Jason Sanders will be able to hit that anyways. But maybe we do get lucky. Nope, we don't. We're gonna try to be as scrappy as possible. Get as many points as possible. And the ball landing in the end zone here. We suffer a very quick return play here. Our defense unable to stop the Lions. Yeah. There's... I don't know, man. What is... I mean, our offensive line is not the strongest, I know that. But what is Tyreek Hill exactly doing? It's just, I don't know, putting his hands a little bit there. But there's no blockage. And we're not going to get anywhere like this. Let's go with a mesh switch here. Jaylen Waddle would be going from the right to the left. Let's see if we can't get Tyreek Hill going. All right. And we can. It's actually not a bad run by Jaylen Waddle here. Tyreek Hill was covered quite excessively, to be honest. So let's go with a mesh spot. Smythe and Gesicki, not the best two players to have as receivers. Bullet pass here. Like Gesicki went for the user truck, and he's shoved out of bounds with the clock ticking down. So not stepping out of bounds actually. And 7 rush plays with a gain of 29 yards. I think that speaks for itself. Let's go. Halfback slam. We will just try to... Jesus Christ. Number 69 just breaking through the middle. Let's go with a jet pass. We're going to go with Waddle here. And here we go. Ball is underway. Jaylen Waddle with extremely good coverage by the Lions defense here. Gonna go with the gun under. Wilson, Waddle, maybe Edmonds. All right, Cedrick Wilson. How far can we go? Not that far, but we do pick up the first down, which is a positive. I do feel like the defensive side of the games has been, I don't know, it seems to have been tweaked a little bit. The quick pitch left-hand side run here. Gonna go with Gaskin. Quick pitch offer. Oh my lord. There's no blocking. 2nd and 13. And it's almost in vain trying to get anywhere here. Let's go the jet touch pass. Different direction now. It's going to be Tyreek Hill. And off we go. Can we please get a block? There's no blocking. There's nobody helping out. I've got one of the best wide receivers, but it's useless if the supporting cast isn't really doing their jobs. So can we get Waddle into position? Or Hill? We could, but out of bounds. And now we have to rely on Sanders and his terrible skills. Perfectly timed kick. Will this be a field goal? And it's going to be short again. It is going to fall short by, I don't know, a yard. I mean, you're really completely... it's really... Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't know what to say. It was good distance, full power. I might be forgiven for just throwing aggressive balls and balls being picked off then. So we're gonna go with an empty vertical here. Can we get Waddle free? Maybe Edmonds on a rather weird route. Seems a little bit complicated, to be honest. Off we go. That is super inaccurate. Why? Why is that so bad? Can we do a quick analysis of this one, please? All right, so we get the ball. Everybody starts running. And we're gonna throw now. There's nobody even close. I have not moved for quite some time. I'm going back, standing still, throwing the ball. But it's just, I mean, who was there? Was it delay on the run? Maybe a little bit at the beginning. But overall, it was just a bad throw. Wilson and Gesicki. Mike Gesicki at least catches the ball with 30 seconds now until the end of the first half. And we should get something done here. We need to get something done here. I mean, I do acknowledge that that we've got momentum working against us. Fake snaps, all right. Gesicki or Hill, one of these two is going to get the ball from me now, and it's going to be hit. Did you see that? Oh, that is actually pissing me off a little bit because he got the ball, and I think we would have been away, but then he was sort of dragged back through the animation. Just take a look here on the left-hand side, right-hand side. There we go. We're gonna follow Tyreek Hill, and he's a good 2 yards away, and then he catches the ball, and he's sort of leaning back suddenly. There's sort of a magnet function there. That is a little bit annoying because he would be away, right? He would be stumbling forward, not suddenly leaning back into the arms. Oh, Lord. Give me strength, please. Right, we're going to try and get Hill into the far left corner. Can we drag back a touchdown? We're going to put Waddle on a slant. Right, off we go. And that's smacked away. 2nd and 10. Ah, what do we do? Let's go with a bench switch. I think I'm gonna go for Hill because Tua is one of the improviser archetypes. It's smacked away again. 13 seconds on the clock. There's not much that we can do here. If we can get him free for once. Yeah, which is not happening. We have to call the final timeout. Let's just take a look here. Where was the hole? 60, yeah. 68, that's Hunt. Not able to handle that. All right. So what was I? The phone just rang. I don't know, but I think it was this one here. Robert Hunt. Yeah. Well, not doing what you're supposed to be doing, mate. I've got a weird connection with Robert Hunt. Each and every time I bring him in, and I think, well, this time he will be able to help me. And then again, he doesn't. There we go. Perfectly timed kick, and again it falls short. That's 9 points we could have had on the board. 9 points, right? That dude is driving me insane. Let me check that. Player stats. Let us go for kicking. And Jason Sanders, yes. 3 field goals made, 3 field goals attempts. Dude. Yeah, it's tough. It really is a very, very tough and frustrating start to franchise mode. Is this going to be another pick? All right, Gaskin shoved out of bounds here quite quickly. Gonna go with a verticals duo maybe. Gesicki. Let's see, can we get Gesicki free? Dragged down by number 5. I think that's Aquara. 3rd and 3. Myles, Gaskin. Let's go the halfback wham now. Right hand side run. Do we get some space there? Off we go. Myles, Gaskin. Yes, it's complete animation madness. But whatever. We cross the line, and everybody having seizures as it seems. But Dunlap gets a hold. And then we do push past them. Do we go with a zone fake jet at the 45? Do we try? I think we're gonna have to go with another wide trail here. It is Hill. And we're gonna put Waddle on a, nope, not on a zig, but on a slant route. All right. Hill or Waddle. Smacked away. Number 5 was there. That is annoying because it could have been a nice catch actually. Do we get a play action leak going here? Gesicki should break through. Should get free. And we're gonna go with Waddle here as Robert Hunt injures himself. Probably not doing his job, but let's just hope he gets back quite quickly because all the other options are even worse. We will go with a play action spot here. And I'm looking for Hill because he's not the main route. And maybe I should try going for these a little bit more. Yeah, unless we overthrow the thing completely, making the whole thing a little bit useless. Alright, which one could we try? Let's go the mesh spot here. We just need to get forward. Need a touchdown to get back into the game. Gesicki and Wilson. Oh no. Come on, man. 3rd and 23. And yeah. It just feels like we're playing constantly with less players, with a man under or something like that. It's super weird. Can we put Gesicki? No, I'm not gonna do anything now because we don't have time. That is the first pick of the game. Luckily Jaylen Waddle is there. But number 23 has an easy pick. We're at our 10 again. We lost so much progress. Let's go with another tight end angle here. Maybe Hill. Maybe Waddle. Shove backwards. Tua gets the ball away. And I recently read a comment on one of the videos that Tua's holding the team back. And I was thinking, man, I can't bench him a second time. I cannot do this in a second franchise series in a row. But then again, maybe I should. Maybe it's time to stop being sappy. Stop being, I don't know, thinking about the good old times. Maybe I should just replace him with a better one. Maybe I should get in a better quarterback in free agency. There we go. All right, that's Gesicki. The 4-minute mark. And I mean, you can see that we're fighting for each yard, right? You can see that we're really doing our best, but it just doesn't seem to be working. It is really weird. Really, really weird. All right. Could have been a pick as well. Let's go to play action now. Play action crossers. Can we get Hill to please catch that ball? Like aggressively. Nope, it's going to be inaccurate. 3rd and 10. Let's go to cross drag. I'm going to put Hill on a slant. Can we get that going? Maybe. I'm hoping for Waddle. Not being able to catch number 11, Cedrick Wilson, is impeded here. Play action crossers. Basically, it's Hail Mary. Jaylen Waddle. Come on, man. Please get free. And it is a Hail Mary. There we go. Oh, and we are stopped at the 6-yard line, for frick's sake. I mean, fantastic that we got this going. Beautiful dance right there, Jaylen. And this is what's annoying, because Tua seems to be capable of doing this. I mean, airing out a ball like that. Would have loved to avoid that tackle. Just get into the end zone for once. Just have an easier run into the end zone. Looking for Wilson or Gesicki. Both are going to be in pretty tight coverage. 3 yards. Wilson. Season rank 22, but against us they feel like, I don't know. They feel like absolute beasts. Let's go with the 94 Will. Right hand side. Myles Gaskin. Can we please cross those 3 damned yards? Obviously not. Obviously not. We cannot cross 3 yards with a running back. Let's go with a branch return here. But we're going to put Gesicki on an outside run. No, not on a slant. Come on. 2-minute warning. All right. Clock is stopped. And with that, any chance of getting quick touchdown done. Let's try the spacing. 3rd and goal. One of you guys just get free. For crying out loud. Jaylen Waddle. Alright, well done. Let's do a little spike here. Jaylen Waddle gets a touchdown. And we dragged one back. Alright. Come on, D. Come on, D. And that's the game. Defense can't hold them. We cannot beat the 75 rated defense. And another loss. 7-14. Goff and Tua shake hands. 2 of the worst quarterbacks in the league. But Tua solidly taking the cake here. We just couldn't get going. We couldn't get going. 64% completion rate. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing. DeAndre Swift, Myles Gaskin, 26 yards in 10 attempts. 2.6 yards per attempt. I mean, that is just... Oh, Lord. Jaylen Waddle was good, but that was that crazy throw. 7 receptions, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. DJ Chark, also for a touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 42. Total tackles, Damien Wilson. Jerome Baker was good. Byron Jones. Tackles for loss, Damien Wilson. Sean Elliott, Brady Brees, Carlos Dunlap got a sack, Romeo Okwara got a sack, Ogba, Christian Wilkins, and Jerome Baker half a sack. Yeah, another loss. Xavier Howard, cornerback, does get an upgrade. Gonna put that into slot here to make sure that he's a scheme fit as quickly as possible. Agility, man coverage, and tackle get upgrades. And yeah, with that, we go into week number 8, or we complete week number 8, and we've now got 8 straight losses. Some of them a bit closer and unlucky, others fully deserved, and ones like this one here, just feeling like an uphill battle all the time. I don't know how we managed to score 21 points here and here, 17 there. It felt almost impossible to just get going. Coverage was too good. Yeah, throws weren't on target. And dare I take a look at the standings. I mean, we're 0-8, so I would fully expect this to be the lowest ranked team at the moment. Yeah, would be surprised if it were otherwise. Points for 93, points against. Solid 100 points difference here. Seahawks above us, only 7 losses. All right, there you go. Texans only 5 losses. But it's weird because we've got 8 weeks play. The Steelers, Cardinals. If we can get 1 win, that would be the first step to getting better. We're also the last team in the AFC, of course, which is truly disappointing. It is truly disappointing, and we are just in an absolutely terrible spot at the moment. We're in a deep hole. We need to dig ourselves out. All right, we've done it. We've completed the deal. We were sending Jason Sanders and a 7th round pick to the Bills. We're receiving Tyler Bass. Both are similar in overalls. I've no clue if this will solve the problem, but I've decided to do this because I just couldn't sleep anymore. One more thing that I did, 2 more trades on the final day before we hit midweek, where Chase Edmonds wasn't really doing it for me. So what I did was I traded him away for a different player. The trade was asynchronized, if you want to put it that way. I traded our strong safety Erik away for a halfback, Benny Snell. He's going to plug in here. He's a 73 overall. We're going to develop him. Let's see what happens. Chase Edmonds just wasn't doing it. He was too expensive on top of that. And I'd rather look towards developing Myles, Gaskin, and Benny Snell, maybe, who are younger players. Raheem Mostert is also great, but he's a bridge player. And then Sony Michel, he's my power halfback. So these were the trades that I did. We also received Brandon Powell from the LA Rams here. I don't think that he has a big future with us, but yeah, we're just going to see what happens. We're going to keep him around for the time being. Then we also got another player in. Where is he? Here he is, Nate Gilliam. He's a right guard. I don't think that we will be doing anything with him, but we can drop him to the practice squad anytime we want. Just need to create some space there. And finally, we brought in, we also received Marquise Copeland, also from the LA Rams. He's 25 years old, 62 overall. He's a backup, nothing more. And to be honest, I'm not going to be putting too much weight onto him right now. And then the other player that we brought in, and I'm pretty happy about this actually, is we brought in strong safety Jordan Fuller from the Rams. He was the player we received for Chase Edmonds. It was just no use carrying on, just dragging dead weight along. Yeah, Jordan Fuller, I know him from the LA Rams rebuild. He's a younger player. He's 24 years old, 80 overall, so similar overall, but has a longer way to develop, of course. And he was really good for me. So with that hole plugged, I would say we've solved the situation at strong safety. We can focus on other areas of the team. And with the new kicker, I hope that we will be a bit more successful on the kicking side and that we won't be kicking ourselves, pun intended. Yeah, and with that done, yeah, I'm gonna end the episode. I'm gonna cut the episode here. Yeah, the game itself was terrible. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you had fun. Maybe we can pick up a win next week. We're gonna try to do our best against the Bears. If you did like it, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. That means a lot to me. And as always, thank you for watching and see you next time.